Hello everyone, my name's Emily and welcome to Riverdale Rewrites. This is going to be a podcast that picks up from the end of season 1 of Riverdale and it continues it into season 2 and it goes in a way I think the show should have gone post season 1. So where we pick up from is Archie's dad has just been shot, Cheryl burnt her house down, and the mayor's jubilee has just occurred.
Ever since the end of the Jubilee, everyone here in Riverdale had the idea that we were all at peace. But no one was aware that Freddie Andrews had just been shot and Archie was rushing him to the hospital.
Archie frantically drives while his father is incoherent. Archie drags his father through the hospital to get help for him.
Help! Will someone help me, please? My dad's been shot.
Doctors rush over to help Archie and get his dad. They mutter things about getting him the proper help, and Archie looks on, flustered. Interior of the Cooper house. Alice types on her laptop, Betty eats breakfast, and Polly sits in the corner and reads.
Oh, good morning, Elizabeth. And just what were you up to all last night at the Jubilee?
We just went to Pop's, then I went to Jughead's. Nothing else.
Something wrong, Betty?
It's nothing. Can I just eat?
Okay.
Alice continues to type.
What are you so busy doing, anyway?
Real question is, what isn't she doing?
Betty laughs. Her phone rings.
Hello?
Betty looks flustered, then turns to her mom.
We need to leave, now.
Interior, Veronica's. Hermione walks into the kitchen as Veronica eats breakfast.
Good morning, Veronica.
Mother.
You better change that tone and learn some respect before your father comes back today.
Great. Can't wait.
Veronica's phone rings.
Hey, Archie. What?
Interior, Jughead's room. Jughead's phone rings.
Hey, Arch. Wait, I'll be right there.
Interior of the hospital waiting room. Archie is greeted by Betty, Jughead, Veronica, Alice, Hal, Hermione, and Polly.
Archie, hey.
Thanks for coming, guys. It's been rough.
How is he? Heard anything yet?
No, nothing yet.
I'm really sorry, man. Do you need anything? You're covered in blood.
Of course, he would notice.
Alice, please, not here.
No, I need to stay here. I need to be there for my dad.
A doctor enters.
Mr. Andrews, your father's vitals are stable, but he's not awake yet.
Can I see him?
No, not yet. I'll give you another update a little later. In the meantime, here's all of his clothes and personal belongings he had with him when you came in.
The doctor leaves and Archie is hurt. Veronica tries to comfort him.
Archie, I'm sure it's...
I need to call my mom.
He just needs some time.
I hope so. Honestly, I'm not so good at this comforting thing. Things like this just make me tense up and I don't know what to do.
You just have to let him work through it. Support him.
Veronica gets an idea and starts texting others. Interior of the hospital hallway. Archie's on the phone with his mother.
Hey, Mom. I'm good. No, I'm fine. It's just Dad. He's been shot. Mom, I don't know what to do.
Interior of hospital waiting room. Josie, Reggie, and the Bulldogs, Kevin, and Sheriff Keller have shown up.
Archie, we're so sorry to hear about your dad.
Yeah, man. If you need anything, just let us know.
How did you guys find out about my dad? How did you get here?
Oh, Veronica texted us.
Archie looks irritated over at Veronica. He is about to head over in her direction, but is cut off by Sheriff Keller.
Archie, I know there's a lot on your mind, but I need to ask you a few questions about the man who shot your father.
Sheriff, with all due respect, I really don't have time for this right now.
Archie, if we're going to catch this man, we need to look into suspects. Mind coming into the station to answer a few questions?
I guess not.
I'll come with you. For emotional support.
Archie sighs, but reluctantly agrees for Veronica to come.
I'll give you guys a ride over. Let's go.
As they leave, Veronica makes eye contact with Betty and makes an okay sign, which Betty returns.
Hey.
Hey, Kev.
So what's the deal with you and,
Kevin nods over in Jughead's direction, who is talking with the pussycats.
Nothing intimate happened, if that's what you mean. But he told me he loved me.
Jughead Jones told you he loved you? Betty, this is huge. Why are you so upset?
Yeah, that was exciting. But I think he's kind of in the serpents now.
What?
Well, a few serpents came over and said they'd always have his back. And then they gave him a jacket. And he put it on and he looked so excited.
Betty, you need to talk to him.
We haven't had time to talk about it exactly. After I saw the serpent show up, I just slipped out the back and went home.
Betty...
I don't think now's exactly the best time, Kevin.
Well, obviously, but still, you need to talk to him.
Interior of the police station. Keller sits with Archie, trying to question him about who shot his father.
I need you to concentrate. What happened when your dad was shot?
Well, I was in the bathroom. I heard someone come in the front door to Pop's, and someone screamed. So I ran out of the bathroom, and I saw a man in a ski mask with a gun, and it was pointed at my father. So I ran toward my dad, and I pushed him out the way as the gun went off. I stayed still in shock until the man left. Pop had already called 911, but I took my dad and rushed him to the hospital.
Do you remember anything about what the man looked like? Any distinguishing features?
I don't know. It all happened so fast. I don't remember anything about him. He just came and left.
Thanks, Archie. That's all I have for you.
Archie leaves and meets with Veronica.
Well, how'd it go? Are they going to track a man?
Yeah, not exactly. Let's go back to the hospital.
Don't you think you should head home? Change your clothes? Take a shower? Come on, Archie, you're a mess.
Fine, let's go.
Interior of Archie's. Archie and Veronica enter the front door and are greeted by Vegas, Archie's dog.
Vegas, hey buddy. You know, my dad was the one who didn't want a dog. I was the one who convinced him to get one. He said he wanted nothing to do with it, so I told him I would feed it and take it on walks. But when football started up, things got crazy. I'd come home from school, and my dad was the one who had already taken him on a walk.
Archie starts to cry a little.
and he was the one that brought me my first guitar, even though he didn't think I should get involved in music. Come on, Vegas, let's go.
How about I walk him? You go shower up, and put down your dad's bag of things. Don't worry. No one will take it while we're here.
Veronica takes Vegas out on his leash. Interior of the hospital waiting room. Alice makes eye contact with Jughead, and he catches her glance, but she looks away each time.
You know, if you take a picture, it'll last longer.
Please, the last thing I want is a picture of a snake.
Excuse me?
Oh, you heard me right. Are you just following in your father's footsteps? I'm surprised you aren't the one cleaning up Fred Andrews' blood.
Don't talk about my father that way.
Betty and Kevin notice things becoming tense.
Alice, please.
Oh, shove it, Hal.
You know, that is so typical of you, Alice. Just making a scene to get attention.
Mom, Jug, stop. Mom, why don't you go get a soda or something? Can we not do this now?
Alice walks away rolling her eyes.
Thanks, Betty.
Betty makes a sheepish face, but doesn't say anything. Hallway vending machine. Alice is buying a soda with Hal.
I won't have Elizabeth associated with that serpent. Who knows how he'll tarnish her brain? She'll start thinking that gangs are okay, and I just will not stand for that.
Alice, calm down. No one said anything about her getting into a gang. What was that all about back there? What's gotten into you?
I think I might have found my son. Or at least I'm trying to.
What do you mean?
Remember when I got pregnant and we agreed to give that baby away? Well, I think I may have found him.
Alice, we agreed to let it go. That was years ago. Why so interested suddenly?
Because I never wanted to give him away. I want to know who my son is, Hal. I need closure.
Alice looks at the vending machine.
Of course. I get the damn thing my money and just eats it all up.
She walks away, irritated. Archie's house. Veronica comes in with Vegas after his walk.
Archie? Hello?
She notices the bag of Fred's things and opens it. Archie comes out of the shower and gets dressed. He comes downstairs.
Veronica, what are you doing?
I just figured we could take your dad's things out, straighten them out and have them washed. Hey, by the way, did your dad...
Veronica, you can't just wash things away then act like everything's okay. That's not how it works. My dad got shot. That's not just something I can get over in one shower. God, we should have never left the hospital. My dad could be dead for all I know, and here I am at my house taking a shower. You know what? Just go, Veronica. I didn't ask you to go to the sheriff's with me. I didn't ask for you to come to my house, and I didn't ask you to take my dad's things out.
No.
What?
I'm here for emotional support.
Thanks, Veronica. I haven't had any time to myself since the shooting. I'm just so worried about the man who shot him. I mean, I don't know what he looks like, and I don't know why someone would do this. I mean, how is Keller supposed to find the killer? Look where the Blossom investigation got him.
I know, Archie. I know.
Veronica glances at Fred's belongings and notices that there is not a wallet.
Hey, Archie, did your dad have his wallet on him when he got shot?
Archie looks over and notices this too.
No, he would have had... We need to get back to the hospital.
Hospital waiting room. Archie and Veronica enter. Josie, Reggie, and other Riverdale High kids come to greet him.
Oh, hey, Archie. There you are. We were worried.
Not now, guys.
Arch, what's up?
Yeah, you look like you're in for the kill.
Not the best timing, Jug.
My dad's wallet is missing.
What?
We were going through my dad's things at my house, and his wallet was missing, and I think I know how it was taken.
What? Did you tell Keller?
Not exactly. Well, I told him all I remembered about hearing the screams, running over and seeing a man shoot at my father, and I blocked him, but I was lying still after the shot, and it was a bit of time before I heard him leave, and for all I know, he could have taken the wallet, or it's still at Pop's. Either way, my dad's credit card and ID are gone, and it's all my fault.
Archie, it's not your fault that his wallet was taken. You were in shock.
But who would want to come after my dad?
I know someone who might.
Now's your chance.
What?
Go to Pop's with Jughead and have your little talk.
Fine. Archie, Jug and I will go look for the wallet. You stay here in case your dad gets any better.
Thanks, Betty. Oh, and Jug, could you maybe see if the serpents had any bad blood with my dad? You know, maybe one of them shot him.
Sure, we'll stop by Tall Boys on the way to Pop's.
Thanks, Jug.
And if you'll excuse me, I have some of my own investigating to do.
Hermione heads to the vending machine hallway, and Veronica follows her.
Deciding your next victim?
What is it now, Veronica?
I just think it's odd that Fred Andrews gets shot at the same time that he cuts ties with Daddy and his construction project is shut down. Don't you? I mean, for all we know, Daddy could have hired someone to shoot Fred, or maybe he could have even done it himself. Or did you do it yourself because you were so sick of not getting your way?
Veronica, that is enough. I have had it with your disrespect. Do you honestly believe I would have shot Fred Andrews after working for him? I can assure you that I have nothing to do with this plot, and this is not some game. Before you throw around some serious accusations like that, you need to think through them first.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if you were suddenly behind this plot.
Fine. Think what you want. But know this, Veronica. You are on thin ice.
Exterior sidewalk. Betty and Jughead stop by Tall Boys, and Betty stands out of the way.
Jughead, what do I owe the pleasure? Come by to tell me you're joining the Serpents?
Not quite. Listen, Fred Andrews has been shot. We don't know who did it, but do you think we could look around, see if it was a serpent?
Of course, anything for FPs, boy.
Betty looks at the conversation from far away and feels uncomfortable, and Jughead walks over.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Pop's. Pop is cleaning up as Betty and Jughead enter.
We're closed. Oh, hey kids. If you're looking for a description of the shooter, I just gave one to Sheriff Keller.
Pop, are you okay?
I'm fine. No harm done to me. I am worried about Fred, though. The man just came in and turned the gun directly at him. He didn't go for the register or anyone else in the diner.
Jeez, Pop.
Listen, we're just here to look for Mr. Andrews' wallet. Where were him and Archie sitting?
Over in that booth by the window, I believe. Hey, you kids want anything to eat? I can throw a burger on.
Oh, no, that's
sure,
not...
I'm always hungry.
Pop goes back to the kitchen. Betty and Jughead search the booth for Fred's wallet.
You find anything?
No. you?
No. Here, I'll check the other booths. You check over there.
They keep searching but still find nothing. Pop brings out their burgers and Jughead dives into his. Betty barely touches hers.
Hey, Jug, can we talk?
Sure.
Well, after the Jubilee at your house and the serpents came, Jug, I know you don't want to be a serpent, but you were so excited when you got that jacket, and it fit you so well.
Betty, don't worry. I'm not going down a dark path. It's just nice to know that you're looking out for me, especially with everything that's been going on with Dad.
Yeah, but I just don't want to see you get hurt. The serpents can do some serious damage.
Betty, relax. You sound like your mother. I'm not going to be cleaning up anyone's blood anytime soon, if that's what you're worried about.
Okay, if you're sure.
Betty, just leave it.
Interior of the hospital waiting room. A doctor goes over to Archie.
Mr. Andrews, your father is in less critical condition, and it looks like he might be waking up soon. If you want, you can see him now.
Great, thanks. Well, and anything?
She kept denying everything. But at this point, I don't know how much of what she says I can actually trust. Anything for the doctors?
Dad's still asleep, but I think I'm going to go back and be there for him when he wakes up.
Do you need me to go back with you?
No, I'm fine. I'd rather do this on my own. I don't want to crowd him.
Kevin notices Cheryl walking by.
Oh, this can't be good.
He walks over and catches up with Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Oh, Kev, what a lovely surprise. I know word travels fast in this town, but I wasn't expecting anyone to come visit Mommy. Kevin looks confused. There was an incident back home. The house somehow caught fire, and Mommy had to rush in and rescue me from my room, which ended up giving her third-degree burn. What are you doing here anyway?
Fred Andrews got shot at Pop's?
Oh, right. Well, I'll just get going then. See you in school, Kev. Cheryl leaves abruptly, and Kevin makes a face. Interior of Fred's hospital room. Archie sits with his father.
Hey, Dad. I don't know if you can hear me, but I need you to come back. I could barely go a day without breaking down. I love you, Dad, and I need you.
Archie is interrupted by Cheryl.
Cheryl, what are you doing here?
There was an incident back home. Mommy's been hospitalized. But I heard your dad was in here too.
Yeah, but why are you here?
Listen, Archie, I never thanked you for saving me from the lake. I don't know what came over me, and if it weren't for you, I'd be dead. I don't know how to repay you, but just know that I know how much this sucks for you right now. To even think that your dad could,
Thanks, Cheryl.
I'll be here, and don't worry. I think your dad will be okay. Gotta go check on Mommy. I guess I'll see you in school.
Yeah, see you, Cheryl.
Cheryl walks over into her mother's hospital room. It is the first time Penelope is seen, and she's wrapped in bandages, only her eyes are visible. Listen, Mother. Things are going to be different now that JJ and Daddy are gone. I've been telling people that you're the hero here, that you got burned because you were trying to save me. We're going to let people believe you're a good person, so you can't hurt me anymore. Your reputation is in my hands. No more secrets, no more lies. Penelope looks shocked and tries to speak, but is muffled. I don't want to hear it, Mother. Like it or not, it's just the two of us. I don't suggest that you mess with me. Archie's father's hospital room.
I called Mom. She says she can't come home, but she wishes she could. She's been busy. I went home today. Saw Vegas. Remember when you wanted nothing to do with him? Now you can't get enough of him. Dad, you can't leave me. You've done so much for me. Please come back.
Archie sits in silence, about to give up hope of his father waking up. Fred's eyes slowly start to open, but Archie doesn't notice.
Arch. Archie.
Dad, I was so worried.
I know, son. I heard you.
I'm so glad you woke up.
I know. Just take it easy. I still feel woozy.
Don't worry. I'll take care of you, and we're going to find the man behind this. I just want to protect you.
Archie enters the waiting room looking happy. Veronica, Betty, Kevin, and Jughead notice.
Well?
He's awake. Still a little weak, but he's awake.
Everyone gets up to hug Archie.
In that moment, it felt as if everything was corrected. After we knew Fred would be okay, it seemed as though the thoughts of the mass killer were irrelevant. But we were wrong to think that there wasn't still trouble waiting to strike.
Jughead's night. Jughead comes into his house to see Tallboy with someone who is beat up.
What the hell is this?
Well, snooped around like you asked. Found this hoodlum who had some bad blood with Andrews. After a little forcing, I finally got it out of him that he didn't shoot Andrews.
And why did you bring him here?
Just wanted to show you that the serpents are here for you, boy. We don't just hand out those jackets to anyone. If you need us, we're here. Think about it.
Veronica and Hermione pull into their driveway and walk into the front door, greeted by a visitor.
Just the two women I wanted to see. I was a little disappointed that I had to call a car from the airport and get home alone. I guess I'm here now, though.
Hiram kisses Hermione on the cheek. She stands stiffly.
Veronica, come kiss your father hello.
Veronica stiffly kisses her father's cheek.
Aren't you going to welcome me home?
Hello, Daddy. Welcome home.
That's more like it.
Geraldine Grundy's night. Grundy is at the piano with one of her students, trying to help him as he struggles to hit the correct keys. She tells him goodbye.
You've been getting better, Tom. Just keep practicing and I'll see you next week.
Tom turns to go and Grundy looks longingly after him. Grundy goes back into her house and notices the window is open and some of her sheet music has fallen. She goes to pick it up, and after she has stood up, the black hood is behind her and strangles her with a cello bow. Grundy's feet slowly stop moving. End of episode 1.